Good morning friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In the last video, I have discussed basics related to multi-threading in Java. Like I have discussed single tasking, multitasking. In multitasking, I have discussed about process-based, thread-based. Then I have discussed the steps involved in a thread or life cycle of a thread. Then steps of creating and running the threads. Then I have discussed one program related to multi-threading. I hope you have watched that video. If you did not watch that video or if you don't know those concepts, I request you to go back and watch that video, then come back to this video. In this video, I want to discuss few more concepts related to multi-threading, like how to set the name for a thread, how to set the priority for a thread, how to make a thread to sleep for certain amount of time, and then I want to discuss about thread groups concept, server based threads concept, then synchronization using multi-threading. All these concepts I want to discuss in detail for you. So I sincerely request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. In the last video we have discussed this program. What this program actually doing is that you have a one main thread and then two child threads. Each child thread was printing the value from 1 to 5. If you want to verify, let me compile the program. To do that one, I will go to the command prompt, and you know that all our programs will be there in the desktop Java programs folder. Now let me compile the program, and now let me run the program. Now you can see the output as main thread. Its default priority value is 5 and it is in the group called main group. Then you have two child threads are thread 1, thread 3, and the default priority values are 5 and 5, and these two child threads are in the group called main group. And then the second thread has printed the value 1, first thread has printed the value 1, second thread has printed the value 2, first thread has printed the value 2, like that it got the output. Now I want to do little bit modification for the existing program. In place of printing the names as thread 1 and thread 3, I want to set the user defined names for the threads. To do that one, we have a method called setName method. Okay, so I will use the setName method to assign the name for the threads. Let me copy this one and paste it to assign the name for the second thread. To do that one, I need to use the thread object and setName method, and here I will write second thread. Now let me save the program and compile the program, and now let me run the program. Now you can see the difference. Earlier we are getting the names as thread 1 and thread 3. Now we are getting the names as first thread and second thread. However, all the threads have the default priority value is 5. Now we will discuss how can we assign the priority to each thread. To assign the priority to each thread, you have priorities for the threads concept. We have a method called setPriority method. This method can take the field value or the constant. Totally we have three fields. One is max underscore priority, okay, and its constant value is 10, and then you have the norm underscore priority, its default value is 5, and then min underscore priority, its constant value is 1. So max underscore priority has the maximum priority and min underscore priority has the least priority. However, even you can assign the constants from 1 to 10. 10 is nothing but a thread has the highest priority, 1 is the thread has the lowest priority. To do that one, I will use this method. So let me go to our program and assign priority for each thread. Okay, I will write tr dot set priority. I will assign the constant value as 8, and then for the second thread I will use the set priority method, and then I want to give the minimum priority. Okay, so I will write tr1 dot set priority, and I want to use the field, which field min underscore priority field if you want to use any field, then you need to give the class name, which is thread class. Okay, min underscore priority. So the minimum priority I'm assigning to the second thread, and 8, which is a large number as compared to the minimum underscore priority. Min underscore priority value is 1, and here we have given the value 8. So the first thread has given the highest priority as compared to the second thread. Now let me save the program, and now let me compile the program, and let me run the program. Now you can see second thread has printed the value 1, then first thread has printed the value 1, then second thread, like this we got the output. And you can see the first thread has the priority value 8, second thread has the priority value 1, main thread has the default priority value is 5. Now what I want to do is that I want to discuss another concept related to the multi-threading, which is how to make a thread to sleep for certain milliseconds. Okay, now you can use the method called sleep method to make a thread which is in the running state to the sleep state or suspend state or wait state. I should use the terminology called either suspend state or wait state. Once the sleep period is completed, then thread will go to the runnable state. From runnable state, it will go to the running state. So for a certain amount of time, the thread will not execute its task. Okay, so how to do that one, let me discuss with the program. So here I will write system.out.println, and here I will write main thread starts. Main thread starts. And similarly at the end I want to write the statement called system.out.println main thread ends. Now let me run the program. Till now I did not assign a sleep method for any particular thread. Now if I do it, let me see what will happen. Now you can see main thread has started, then main thread has ended, then first thread has printed the value, then second thread has printed the value, then first thread printed the value 2, second thread has printed the value 2, like that we got the output. Now what I want to do is that before the main thread ends, I want to make the main thread to go to the sleep for 10,000 milliseconds. Okay, so that's why I have used the thread object st, which is the main thread object. Okay, then I have used the sleep method, and I have given the 10,000 for representing the 10,000 milliseconds. If I compile the program, then you will get an exception. What exception you got? Interrupted exception. To handle these exceptions, you have to use the sleep method inside the try block. Then you have to write catch exception e, and then you will write this one. Now let me compile the program and let me run the program. Now you did not get any exceptions. Now you can see main thread has printed, then second thread, like main thread starts statement has been printed, then second thread has printed the value 1, first thread has printed the value 1, then second thread has printed the value 2, first thread has printed the value 2. At the end, main thread's end statement has been printed. Now what I want to do is that I want to copy this code and then paste it here. After printing the value, each thread should go to sleep for a certain amount of time. Okay, so how much time I will represent here? 1000 milliseconds. Okay, so what will happen if I save this program and compile it? Look at here. Let me compile the program. Okay, you are getting an error here. t.sleep is not the right way. You should use thread.sleep. Okay, let me save the program and then let me compile the program. Now there are no errors. Let me run the program. Now you can see first thread 1, second thread 1, like that it is printing and it is going to the sleep. Then finally you will get main thread ends. See, main thread ends, like that you got the output. Now let me increase the sleep period more time. Okay, so in place of 1000 milliseconds I have given 5000 milliseconds. Then see what will happen. See, second thread has printed the value 1, first thread has printed the value 1, then went to the sleep, then first thread has printed the value 2, then it went to the sleep, then main thread ends, second thread has printed the value 3, first thread has printed the value 3, then went to the sleep, second thread has printed the value 4, first thread has printed the value 4, then second thread has printed the value 5, and then like this you got the output. Now what I want to do is that I want to discuss about the join method. Before that, even you have two more methods. One is suspend method and resume method. What these methods are actually do is that the suspend method is useful to suspend a particular thread, okay, and then if you use the resume method, then the thread will again resume. So suspend method will make the running thread to go to the suspend state. If you use the resume method, from the suspend state the thread will go to the runnable state. However, these thread methods are deprecated, means right now we are not safe to use these methods. In the coming versions these methods will be removed. Similarly, you have two more methods. One is wait and notify method. These two methods are also will do the same task. Okay, now let me discuss about the join method. The join method is useful for you to wait the particular thread to go up to the die. Meaning is that, let's say that a particular thread has started and you have used the join method for the thread. Unless until the thread has completed all its task, other threads cannot start its task. Okay, let me discuss this one with an example. What I want to do is that here let me remove all these statements. Okay, now the thread 1 I want to make it join, so I will write tr dot join. Okay, this one also you should write inside the try block only, otherwise you will get an exception. If you want to see it, let me save this program and then compile it. Okay, if I compile, you can see an exception has been raised. What exception? Interrupted exception. Okay, so what you need to do is that the join method also you should write inside the try block, and you know that each try block should have a catch block. Okay, now let me save this program and compile it. Now you are not getting any exception. Now let me run the program. Now you see the main thread has started, then first thread has printed the value 1, then it went to the sleep. First thread has printed the value 2, then again it went to the sleep. First thread has printed the value 3, again it went to the sleep. However, the second thread or the main thread has not started its task. Okay, now first thread has printed all its values, then the remaining threads will start doing its task. Now look at here, main thread ends, then second thread has printed the value 1, then it went to the sleep. Now only thread left is second thread, so it will execute its tasks. Look at here, second thread will print the value 4, then value 5, like that it will print and then completed. Okay, so like this you can use the join method. Now let me reduce the sleep time. Now what I want to do is that after the first thread has completed its task, then second thread should complete all its tasks, then main thread should end. Okay, then what I will do is that here again I need to use the join method. Here I should write tr1.join because the thread object is tr1. Okay, now let me save this program and let me compile the program. Now you can see first thread has printed the value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4. Then second thread will start doing its task and it will complete all its tasks. Then main thread will end. Okay, so what happens? So first main thread has printed the statement called main thread starts. Then first thread has completed all its tasks. then second thread has completed all its tasks, then main thread has ended. So this is the beauty of the join method. Once a particular thread has started doing its task, then if you use the join method, unless until the thread has completed its task, even the thread goes to the sleep state, other threads cannot start doing its task. Once the particular thread has completed its task, then remaining threads can start doing its tasks. Okay, so we have discussed about the priority, sleep, and then join. Now let me discuss about the thread groups concept. Thread groups concept. Now if you observe, each thread is in the group called main thread group, like main. So all the threads like main thread and first thread, second thread is in the group called main. Now I want to give the user defined name for the groups, and then each thread, like each child thread, should go into that particular group. To do that one, we have a class called thread group class. Okay, thread group, and I need to create an object tz or anything. Then I will write new thread group, and then I can give whatever the name I want to give. Suppose let's say that I have given the Parnika. Okay, then this thread group name is Parnika. Now let me discuss this concept practically. Okay, so what I will do is that here I will write, okay, thread group class some object tz is equal to new thread group, and I will give the group name as Parnika. Now let me end with semicolon. Then here I need to give the thread group object also tz, and here also I should give tz. Okay, now let me save this program and compile it, and now let me run the program. Now you can see the first thread is in the group called Parnika, then second thread is also in the group called Parnika. Like that you can keep a group and keep all the user defined threads or child threads in that particular group. Now we will discuss about the daemon threads, or I can even say it as a server based threads. Let me write that one, daemon threads, DAEMON threads. These threads we will call it as server based threads also. Till now whatever the threads concept we have discussed, they are the user defined threads. The user defined threads we need to start, and then once the task is completed, the threads will complete. Whereas server threads are, once you switch on the computer, these threads will start doing its task. Once you switch off the computer, then only these threads will be end or terminate. So the server based threads will keep on running its tasks. Let me give it one simple example. Let's take that you have installed the antivirus software. Now once you switch on your computer, then the antivirus system or the software will keep on running. Whatever the files you are downloading or uploading, it will scan it. Is there any virus there or not? It will check. Once you switch off the system, then only the antivirus thread will stop doing its task. Okay, so now if you want to make any user thread to the daemon thread, then you have the method called setDaemon. Okay, and then you have to give true. Similarly, if you want to verify which threads are the user defined threads, which threads are the server threads, then you have a method called isDaemon method. Okay, then if it is a server based thread, then it will return the value true for server based threads. False means then the thread is a user defined thread. Okay, now let me discuss this concept practically with an example. Okay, so what I will do is that I will make the first thread as the daemon thread or the server based thread. So here I will write tr dot set daemon, daemon, and I will give it as true. Now it became server based thread, and then I want to verify which threads are the server based threads and which threads are the user defined threads. Then I will write system.out.println. Okay, the first thread is, okay, let me write plus, and then I will write tr dot is daemon, daemon method. Similarly, I will write system.out.println. The second thread is, then I will write tr1 dot. Similarly, I will write the main thread is, then I will write tr dot. Now as I said, the first thread is now server based thread, then it will return the value true, whereas the second thread and main thread as the user defined thread, so you will get the output as false and false. If you want to verify, let me compile this program. Java threads ex. Now you can see first thread is start running its task, then second thread has started running its task, and then main thread has ended. The first thread is true, meaning is that the first thread is a server based thread, however the second thread and main thread are the user defined thread, so that's why you got the output as false. Now let me discuss one more important concept, which is synchronization. Now let me discuss the importance of the synchronization with an example. Let's take that there is a RRR movie is going on in a particular theater and only one ticket is there for that particular show. Now Parnika want to book the ticket and go and watch the movie. Similarly, Jagadish also want to book the ticket and watch the movie. Now what are the tasks each person has to do? They have to select the seat, and then they have to do the payment, and then they have to get the ticket or print the ticket. Okay, now if Parnika want to watch the movie, first it has to select the seat, it has to do the payment, and then it has to get the ticket. Similarly, Jagadish also want to watch the movie, then he has to select the seat, do the payment, and then get the payment. If there is no synchronization at all, then what will happen we will discuss. Let's take that Parnika has selected the seat and went to the sleep. Then Jagadish has selected the seat and he also went to the sleep. Then Parnika came back and do the payment. Now Parnika has went to sleep. Now Jagadish has done the payment and Jagadish went to the sleep. Now Parnika has got the ticket and Jagadish also got the ticket. Now single ticket, if two persons got it, then these two persons will go to the movie and they will fight for the seat. They will say, it is my seat, you have occupied. Then Jagadish will say, this is my seat, you have occupied. So this is the problem if there is no synchronization. Let's take that if there is a synchronization, what will happen? Once let's take that Parnika has selected the seat, then Jagadish cannot select the seat. The seat is been blocked right now. Then Parnika can do the payment and Parnika can get the ticket. Then Jagadish, if he wants to book the ticket, the tickets are completed, then he will get a message that sorry, the booking has been completed. Like that it will get. So now only Parnika can go and watch the movie. Similarly, let's take that Jagadish has selected the seat, then the seat will be blocked, and even if Parnika want to select the seat, it is not possible. Then the payment will be done and then get ticket will be done. Okay, so this is the beauty of the synchronization. Now let me discuss this concept with a program. So I will go to the Java programs, then I will open the new text document and I will save it as synex.java. Let me click yes, and now let me open this one using Notepad++. Now what I will do is that I will write a class called ticket booking. and then I will write public void book ticket method. Okay, and what are the tasks involved in that one, I will not write now. Then I will create a thread class which extends the thread class, okay, or implements runnable. Then what I will do, I will create an object for the ticket booking class which is tkt, and then I will use the string name, and then I will use a constructor called thread class, okay, and then I will write ticket booking obj, okay, comma string yes. What it will do I will discuss later. Then you know that each thread, if it needs to start, we need to write the run method, okay. Now even I will not complete it task. Now let me complete the thread class. Now I will write the main class which is synex. Now I will write public static void main, then string args. Okay, let me create an object for ticket booking class. That one is seat number 7, and then I will write new ticket booking. So I have created an object called seat 7 for the class called ticket booking. Then I will create two threads, okay. Thread class Parnika is equal to new thread class, okay. Then I will pass the object seat 7 and then Parnika string. And similarly I will write thread par, means for the thread class I am creating an object called par, then new thread, and then here I will write Parnika, means I need to interlink this thread class and thread, okay. Then I will write par dot start. Then what I will do, let me copy and paste these 3 lines, and here I will write thread class, here object name is Jagadish, then new thread class seat 7, and here I will write the Jagadish, and then thread gaz, new thread, in place of Parnika I should write Jagadish, and then gaz start, okay. Now let me close this class and close the method. Now I need to do the ticket booking, okay. So in the run method I need to call the class or the constructor called or book ticket method I need to call, okay. I should write book ticket. Book ticket method is there in what? Ticket booking class. So using that object I am calling that method, okay. Now let me complete this thread class constructor. So I will write here tkt is equal to obj, then name is equal to yes, okay. And then here I will write what are the steps involved in booking ticket, okay. So what you need to write, system.out.println, okay. So what you need to write, you need to write a particular person is selected the seat, completed the payment, get the ticket. So I will write name concatenation, and then here I will write selected the seat, okay. Let me end with semicolon, and now let me copy and paste this one, system.out.println name plus completed the payment, and let me copy and paste this one, system.out.println, then do the or completed the payment is done, then get the ticket or got the ticket. Okay, let me save this one, and now let me run the program. So let me save it, and you know that our program is there in the desktop Java program. So Java C synex.java. Let's see will we get any errors. Okay, we got the errors. What is that? Cannot find symbol name. Okay, name is equal to yes, variable yes, like this we are getting the errors. Now look at here, name, does we have passed it? No, we have not passed. So you need to write string name. Okay, and then what else? The yes is creating the issue. String name, thread class, constructor, it is creating an object. What object? Ticket booking obj. Then string, here I have written capital S. That is the mistake I have done. I should write small s. Okay, one issue we have solved. Then second issue, here we are getting that one, public void run, we have not passed the name. Okay, so I have to pass the name. Okay, because here look at here, in the method definition you have one parameter, but when you are calling the method you have not passed any parameter. That is the issue we are facing. Now let me compile the program. Now there are no issues. Now let me run the program. Okay, now you can see Jagdish selected the seat, Parnika selected the seat, Jagdish completed the payment, Parnika completed the payment, Parnika got the ticket, Jagdish got the ticket. There is no synchronization. Now let me use the synchronization. Okay, so before using the synchronization, what I will do is that I will declare one variable called booked, and the variable type is boolean. So I will write boolean booked is equal to false. Okay, then I will write here if booked is equal to false, then we should perform all these tasks, else I should give a statement called system.out.println sorry. Okay, then concatenation name, concatenation, then I should give, okay, the seat is booked, the seat is booked. Okay, let me end with the semicolon. Here I should write sorry, space, this space, here also space, here also space, here also space. Okay, now the else block is done, and then okay, then we have to add one more one. If you want to do the synchronization, then you have to go for the locking system. So how you can introduce the locking system or the synchronization is, you need to use the keyword called synchronized, okay, for the particular method. Okay, synchronized, let me verify the spelling. Yeah, synchronized. Now let me introduce the sleep here. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, try means after selecting the seat it should go to the sleep one. So let me write thread dot sleep for 1000 milliseconds, and then let me end the try block, then catch exception, okay, e, and then let me do this one. Let me copy this one, and after the completed the payment also I should do this one. Once the payment is done, we need to say that booked is equal to true, because someone has booked it. We forgot to write this statement. Okay, so initially booked is equal to false. Then if booked is equal to false, then booking is allowed. Once someone has booked it, we have to say booked is equal to true. Then no one can do these steps again. If you want to verify, let me compile the program, and then let me run the program. Java SYNEX. Now Parnika selected the seat. Okay, Parnika completed the payment. Parnika got the ticket. Sorry, Jagadish, the seat is booked. Now let me run the program again. Now Parnika selected the seat. Parnika completed the payment. Parnika got the ticket. Sorry, Jagadish, the seat is booked. Again, let me run the program. Now also Parnika selected the seat. Parnika completed the payment. Now Jagadish, sorry, like this we are getting the output. Okay, I hope you have understood this one. Now if you want to introduce the synchronization not for the entire method, for a particular statements if you want to do, then you can use the synchronized this. Okay, let me write that one. Okay, this entire one I will write in synchronized, and then I will write this object. Okay, then I will open this one and let me close up to the else. Now look at here, let me save this program and see what will happen. Now let me compile the program and now let me run the program. Now you can see Jagadish selected the seat, Jagadish completed the payment, Jagadish got the ticket. Sorry, Parnika, the seat is booked. Now again let me run the program. Now Parnika selected the seat, Parnika completed the payment, Parnika got the ticket. Sorry, the Jagadish, the seat is booked. Now again let me run. Now Jagadish selected the seat, Jagadish completed the payment, Jagadish got the ticket. Sorry, Parnika, the seat is booked. So either you can use the synchronized for the entire method, or for a certain statements you want to use the synchronization, then you can use synchronized this, and then those statements you can write within those braces. I hope you have understood the concepts like set name method, set priority, sleep method, okay, and then thread groups concept, diamond threads, and then synchronization using multi-threading. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.